Next is Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. Prime Minister is the most important political institution in the country. So the Prime Minister is considered as the most important political institution in the country. Yet there is no direct election to the post of Prime Minister. So there is a no direct election to the post of the Prime Minister. The president appoint the prime minister, but the president cannot appoint anyone she like. The president appoint the leaders of the majority party or the coalition of parties that command a majority in the Lok Sabha as a prime minister. So the number of the a certain amount of majority should be, you can say, you can majority should be there in the Lok Sabha so that the prime minister can be appointed. And who will appoint the prime minister? It will be president who will appoint the prime minister. So one criteria is that that the leaders, or you can say, yeah, the leader who will be appointed as a prime minister should have majority, a certain amount of majority in the Lok Sabha election. In case no single party or alliance got a majority, the president appoint the person mostly like to secure a majority party support. So if they did not get the majority support, then the president can appoint the highest number of, you can say, the highest number of votes which have scored in an election. The prime minister does not have a fixed tenure. So the prime minister does not have a fixed tenure. He continues in power as long as he remain the leader of the majority party or coalition. So as long as he have the support in the Lok Sabha, he will be considered as the prime minister. After the appointment of the prime minister, the president appoint the other ministers on the advice of the prime minister. So once the prime minister is appointed by the president appoint different other ministers on the advice of prime minister. The ministers are usually from the party or the coalition that has majority in the Lok Sabha. So who are all these ministers? These are the ministers who have got the support, or you can say majority in the Lok Sabha election. That means the prime minister members will be the members who will president will appoint in different posts. The prime minister is free to choose ministers as long as they are a member of the president. So the prime minister is free to choose whoever member he wants to make in any field, maybe defense, or you can say infrastructure, development, training, and so on. So it is all dependent upon the prime minister's wish. Sometimes a person who is not a member of a parliament can also become a minister. So it is not necessary that the member who is appointed by the prime minister or the president, he or she should have to be the member of the parliament. The person who is not a member of parliament can also be the ministers. But such a person has to get elected to one of the houses of the parliament within 6 months of appointment as minister. But they should be elected in one of the houses, whether in the Lok Sabha or in the Rajya Sabha, for a period of 6 months of the appointment as a minister. Council of Ministers is the official name of the body that includes all the ministers. So what do you mean by Council of Ministers? Council of Ministers are the official name of the body which includes all the members. So all the members collectively known as the Council of Ministers. It usually has 60 to 80 ministers at different ranks. So there are maybe 60 to 80 ministers in the Council of Ministers. Cabinet ministers are usually top level leaders of the ruling party or parties who are in charge of the major ministries. So who are the cabinet ministers? Cabinet ministers are the top level leaders of the ruling party, just like at present BJP party is the ruling party. So in the cabinet minister, BJP's minister will be there in the cabinet minister. Usually the cabinet minister meet to take decision in the names of the council of minister. Cabinet is thus the inner ring of the council of minister. It comprises of 20 ministers. So in the cabinet minister there will be only 20 ministers and they will play very important role. Next is ministers of state with independent charge are usually in charge of smaller ministers. So they are the ministers of a state and who are given work independently, and they will do small, and they are considered as the smaller ministries. They participate in the cabinet meeting only when specially invited. So they will participate in a meeting only when they are specially invited. Next is ministers of state are attached to and required to assist cabinet ministers. So these are the ministers who will assist the cabinet minister, help the cabinet ministers. Since it is not practical for all the ministers to meet regularly and discuss everything, the decisions are taken in cabinet meeting. So it is not practically possible for all the ministers to meet regularly to discuss anything, so the decisions are made in the cabinet meetings. This is why parliamentary democracy is most important, in most countries often known as the cabinet form of government. So we can say that as the meetings are held in the cabinet meetings, all the decisions are done in the cabinet meetings, so the parliamentary democracy is also known as the cabinet form of government. Please remember it. The cabinet works as a team. So the cabinet works as a team in order to come to the conclusion of any matter. The ministers may have different views and opinions, but everyone has to own their own decision of the cabinet. So they will discuss, they will see different types of positive and negative aspect, and finally they will come to the conclusion, and the conclusion will be the decision of the cabinet as a whole, not individually. No minister can openly criticize any decision of the government, and even if it is about another ministry or department. So no ministers can openly criticize any decision of the government, whether they are from any ministry or any department. Every ministry has secretaries who are civil servants. So every ministry, they will have the secretaries who are the civil servant. The secretaries provide the necessary background information to the ministers to take decisions. So it is the duty of the civil servant or the secretaries to give the information to the ministries to take important decisions. The cabinet as a team is assigned by the cabinet secretariat. These include many senior civil servants who try to coordinate the working of the different ministers. So it is the duty of the cabinet secretariat to look after the different information and to give proper decision or to give a valid guidance to the minister, so that they can do their work properly, and finally they will come to the conclusion of any decision which will be welfare of the citizen of that particular country.